Hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Be Neighbors with the County Library. We are so excited and so privileged to have Lannie Chapman today here with us, who is the Salt Lake County Clerk. And we are going to be talking with her today about voting. And there's lots of different aspects. And again, we are just so excited to have her today. Welcome, Lannie. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for having me. And all the viewers, hello. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes. And so I think we'll start right at the beginning. Registering to vote. That is probably the biggest first step because if you don't go there, how can you have your voice and vote counted? So how do we register to vote for anyone that may not know the process?
Sure. In Utah, we have some really convenient access to make sure that we register to vote and that only eligible voters are able to register to vote. So registering to vote in Utah is quick and simple. You have a couple options to choose from. The easiest way is to go to vote.utah.gov, which is the Lieutenant Governor's website, or you can check out my website, which is slco.vote. Both are great resources to help you register to vote, update your information, and get all the details you need for upcoming elections. There are just three requirements to vote in Utah. Of course, you must be a US citizen. Second, you have to have lived in the state of Utah for at least 30 days before an election. And then, of course, you have to be at least 18 years old by election day. Registering to vote here is really simple. It's the first step to, like you said, having your voice heard. If you have a current Utah driver's license or state ID, you can register online at vote.utah.gov. And now, if you don't have a Utah driver's license or a state issued ID, not a problem. You can fill out a paper form. We have those paper forms available throughout the county. In fact, I think I have them in most of your libraries, post offices, and of course, we also have it available on our website. You can find that at slco.to/register. You'll need to provide all of your contact information and the last four of your social security number. And with either the state ID, Utah driver's license, or the last four of your social security number, I'm able to verify through the state and the federal government that you are, in fact, who you say you are, and you are eligible to vote. Once you've registered, you'll receive a voter information card with your unique voter ID, your precinct details, and if your VIC unfortunately gets returned to us as undeliverable, we'll mark your registration as inactive until we can confirm that you do in fact live at that address. We're committed to keeping our voter rolls accurate and secure. We'll regularly update voter registration databases by removing duplicate records, checking national change of address data, and working with the Bureau of Vital Statistics to remove any deceased voters.
That sounds so thorough. I love that there's so many systems in place to make sure that everyone's voice counts properly. Like that's really, really neat. And yes, actually, Lannie, we do have all of voter registration forms at all of our branches. So if you need a paper form for any reason, we have those available. Yes, so it's exciting. Like, where would they return those? Would they just send those in the mail? Do they go to your office downtown? Well, kind of downtown.
Yeah, either works. The paper forms that we have throughout the county have an address. All you have to do is put them back through the mail with the stamp. They'll get back to us and we can process them. Or if you're out and about, our county government center, you can bring them into our office and we will process them as soon as we get them.
That's fantastic. Like, so same day kind of processing, or?
As long as we're not too busy, but right now we're pretty efficient here, so we're able to register people pretty quickly.
That's wonderful. And you were saying if the driver's license had a current address, what happens if they need to update their address or it's not current? Like if they moved from out of state or anything like that?
Yeah, so to update your address, if you have a Utah driver's license, super simple. You can go onto our website or you can use the Lieutenant Governor's website, vote.utah.gov is the lieutenant governor's, and our website is slco.vote. Either way, you can update your address if you're already an active registered voter. If you're new to the state, you just fill out a new registration form. And you can use the paper forms or the online forms if you have a Utah driver's license or a Utah valid ID. It's super simple, quick and easy way to make sure that you do receive those by mail ballots and are ready to have your voice heard in upcoming elections.
Does everyone automatically get a mail-in ballot? Is that why
So
this?
it
Go ahead.
Yeah, so it depends. All eligible active registered voters will receive a by mail ballot up to 21 days before an election. So when we're talking about a primary election, when there's party affiliation that comes into play, not everybody's affiliated with different parties. So depending on who's having an election will determine who is eligible to vote that primary. However, for general elections like we have in November, all eligible voters in Salt Lake County will receive the same ballot based on their precinct. So that they all get to vote for their same representatives.
That makes sense. Thank you. That's awesome. And I think that covers registration really well. So thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Let's Be Neighbors, and we'll have you again on soon.